Have any of you ever felt that way? Like, you just know that you're supposed to change your environment. You're supposed to move. You're supposed to surround yourself by a different group of people. You're supposed to step outside your comfort zone. You're supposed to move by faith and literally let God direct you into the path that you're supposed to be going in. You're supposed to take those risks. Like, these are just feelings and thoughts that I've been experiencing this entire week. What's up, y'all, and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, Octavia.Darling. As y'all can see, I am currently parked up. I'm actually in the parking lot at the mall. I just left out of there just to get me some passion fruit green tea with boba in it. Oh my gosh, it's so good. And yes, I will drive to the mall just to get that and leave. But anyways, before we hop into this video, y'all know the vibe. Go ahead and give your girl a like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, share this video out with others. I don't know what the title of it is going to be yet. I just feel led to record and to share with you all, so I'm going to do just that. Basically, y'all know I like to do videos from time to time where I check in and openly express where I'm at on my journey and experiences that I've been having and things like that. So this past week, I've kind of been feeling trapped. And by trapped, I mean kind of confined in the space that I'm in, and also restricted within the environments that I surround myself into. I hope that makes sense. So I feel trapped and I feel restricted. But I know that those feelings only come about because I allow them to, and because I'm uncomfortable. But as I've mentioned time and time again, I know that growth comes in discomfort. So it's kind of weird, but I've been finding myself battling on a daily basis self-sabotage, self-doubt, fear, uncertainty, just different things. It almost makes me feel like I'm too uncertain about my purpose in life and if I'm on the right path. One thing that I did come to the conclusion of, which was yesterday, is that I'm not in the kind of environment that I need to be in order to succeed. I'm not surrounded by the people that I need to be surrounded by all the time in order to vibe at a high level. Have any of you ever felt that way? Like, you just know that you're supposed to change your environment. You're supposed to move. You're supposed to surround yourself by a different group of people. You're supposed to step outside your comfort zone. You're supposed to move by faith and literally let God direct you into the path that you're supposed to be going in. You're supposed to take those risks. Like, these are just feelings and thoughts that I've been experiencing this entire week. It made me feel kind of defeated in a way, because it was almost as though my old self was basically trying to hold me back from persevering. But yesterday I was working on, let's call it a passion project, and I had showed my partner what I've come up with so far, and his reaction was like, oh, that's nice, but have you thought of doing this or adding that, or maybe look at it from this perspective? And in those moments, I didn't feel defeated. I didn't feel like a failure or anything. I felt like challenged. I felt like, oh yes, I did consider that, but now that you say something, maybe I can try it, or maybe I can try this instead. And it unlocked something in me. I started to create, and I started to designing, and I started doing things I've never done before and didn't even know I could do. And it's all because he posed the question, and it made me think outside of the box. It made me step outside of my comfort zone. And when I did it, I showed him. I'm like, okay, look at this. And he said, you're on the right track, but try again. because it's just not right just yet. And I went back and I tried again, even though what I was doing took some time and focus and a lot of energy and a lot of creativity. I went back and I tried again. And when I tried the second time, I'm like, okay, I'm catching the flow. I see what's going on here. I see what he meant, and I get it now. Like, it makes sense. And I started to get excited. Oh my gosh, y'all. When I tell you it unlocked something in me, it unlocked the things that I suppressed. The creative side that I suppressed, my adventurous side, my risky side. It just unlocked so many things. And when I showed it to him, he said, now you're on the right track. Now you're getting it. Now you're there. You're on the right path. And in that moment, I had to literally pause and just express gratitude to him. I said, you know what? I love having these kind of conversations with you. I appreciate your feedback and your constructive criticism, because every single time you give it to me, it challenges me. It makes me want to go harder. It makes me want to think on a larger scale. It makes me not want to settle. It makes me want to do things out of my comfort zone. It makes me want to just take that leap of faith and just try. And I told him, I said, I need that kind of energy all the time, and I'm so glad that I get that from you. And that got me to thinking on how I was feeling this week. And oh my God, am I getting choked up? When I began to reflect on how I was feeling this week and saw how things just came full circle yesterday in that moment, it brought everything to the surface, and it was like a light bulb had switched on for me, to the point where it's like, you know what, Octavia? You've been in your own way this entire time, and you have to realize the power that you actually have. You do have the power to change your environment. You do have control over who you want to surround yourself with. You can think outside of the box. But in order to think outside of the box, you have to leave your safe zone. You have to leave your safe zone. You have to step outside of that safety net that you've been in, just playing things safe and just kind of going with the flow and just doing good enough, but not the best. You have to do better. And you have the control, you have the power of doing that. And when I started to think about that, of course, I got emotional, and I just said, God, thank you, because I really thought that I was failing and that I just wasn't doing what I was supposed to do. I just wasn't on the right path or anything like that. And this morning, when I had woke up, those feelings were still kind of meddling in me. And so I got on YouTube, and I don't know if y'all follow or have heard of Heinz site on YouTube or any social media platforms, but he's definitely one of my favorite YouTubers. I'm going to link the video down below in the description box for y'all to check out, the one that I'm about to reference. But anyways, the video that I watched this morning, he was talking about self-doubt. So I took I love to journal, y'all. So I wrote some things down, but I'm going to read to you what I wrote down from what I gathered from the video, because it resonated with me so much, and it gave me confirmation to what I've been seeking. But he did pose a few questions for us to ask and answer for ourselves. So the first question is, what am I looking for in my next step? And my answer is a sense of purpose. I want to be fulfilled in the moves that I make, knowing that I am in alignment with God's plan for me. validation. I want to know that the season that I'm currently in will all be worth it and eventually pay off. I want to know that God hasn't forgotten about me. Financial stability. I want to be paid for what I am worth by using my gifts and mastering my skills. I have to remind myself that this is the first step to transcending. It's a part of the process. I hold the key, the power, and the fire. If I can challenge myself when I am experiencing self-doubt, then I am in control. I have a pattern of recognizing other people's light and dimming my own. Who can resonate with that? Woo! Create goals that will generate dopamine, excitement, and create little wins per week. This will help you build momentum, break down your goals into smaller, manageable steps, and you'll be able to focus on taking action. Celebrate your wins. People will remind you of your light sometimes. So you want to surround yourself around those kind of people. Now this part really hit me. I rely on myself way too much to learn everything on my own. Boy, when he said that, y'all, I had to pull over and just stop for a second because I said, yo, that is facts. Feel the self-doubt and take a step anyways. With time, patience, and passion, I can manage its waters with grace. And y'all, I'm going to just end the video on that note. If you feel like you have been experiencing self-doubt lately and when you're in those moments you just don't have control over the situation, I'm here to let you know that that's a lie. We have control over everything concerning ourselves and our reality. We have the control and the power to change things at any moment in time. So when you do experience self-doubt and it just starts to creep up in those moments that you least expected, or when you're experiencing other things, just know that you can show yourself grace by being aware of what this feeling is and then knowing that you're able to take actionable steps to come out of it. Do whatever you have to do in order to succeed. Surround yourself by like-minded people. Create a new support system, team, group of friends, loved ones. Change your environment. No matter what it takes, change it. And I'm talking to myself too, so I'm not just talking to y'all. When I'm saying y'all, I'm saying to me. Change your environment. Don't be, well, I ain't gonna say don't be afraid, but if you're afraid, do it anyways. What's the worst that can happen? Think of that. Every time you have to make a tough decision, what is the worst that can happen? And then once you know what the worst that can happen, focus on what's the best that can happen. So I hope this video blesses you all. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. We are on the road to 1,000 subscribers, you all. So thank you for those who are new subbies. I see y'all. Welcome to the Darling community. You are going to love it here. Trust me. And also make sure you follow me on all social media platforms. You can find me at Octavia.Darling. So I'll see y'all in the next video. Hope you have a blessed week. Sending you love and light, and talk with you soon. Bye.